And wow, look at the mess behind you. Funny how the loudest person in the room always swears they're the victim, yet here we are, watching the one who talked the most trash absolutely fall apart. They said you were nothing special. They said you'd never move on. They said you were easy to replace. Cool story. Guess who's spiraling now? Guess who's refreshing your socials like it's their full-time job? Guess who's asking people about you like you're trending? Oh, the legend needs to bow. The same legend who swore you didn't matter is now pacing their room at 3 a.m. because every rumor about you sounds way too clean, way too good, way too innocent. Before we go deeper, hit the like button and subscribe so this message can echo right back to the people who underestimated you. Because here's the part that's driving them insane. The world is finally seeing what was always obvious. The universe staged a plot twist they never predicted. When they said you were the problem, guess who's being investigated now? When they said you were hiding something, look who's scrambling to hide their own mess. When they tried to bury you, the dirt kept sliding back onto their own shoes, like the universe said, "Cute attempt." This is the silence after the storm, chosen one. The air feels different now, not peaceful, more like charged. Like everyone around you can feel that something major just shifted. People don't look at you with confusion anymore. They look at you with respect they didn't have before, with curiosity they can't explain, like you walked out of a burning building without a scratch and somehow came out looking better. And meanwhile, your ex? They're shaking. Because nothing is more terrifying than realizing they lost someone the whole world is now rooting for. Let's not pretend you didn't go through hell. You were dragged, doubted, gossiped about, tested, and pushed to the edge. They tried to shape a fake story about you, one that made you seem like the villain they needed. Someone whispered lies. Someone twisted events. Someone rewrote history thinking nobody would fact-check it. But the truth had its own patience. It waited, quietly, observing, and now it's stepping into the light like, "Hey, remember me?" The funny part, someone actually went digging into your life, like a full investigation, asking questions, replaying old screenshots, pulling up ancient stories, trying to find the one detail that would take you down. They wanted one crack, one flaw, one moment they could twist. But every piece of evidence snapped in their hands. Every witness turned out solid. Every assumption fell flat. They expected chaos, but what they found was order. They expected scandal, but what they found was consistency. They expected guilt, and all they got was innocence. Now the same people who doubted you are sitting around whispering, "Damn, maybe we got it wrong," and that tiny sentence is eating your ex alive. Because the plan wasn't just to leave you, it was to ruin your name, ruin your peace, ruin your confidence. They wanted the world to turn against you so they could walk away looking clean. But the universe flipped the script and said, "Nope, not happening." You know what this moment feels like? It's that slow, eerie moment in every movie when the villain who thought they won realizes the hero wasn't weak. They were just quiet. You didn't clap back. You didn't throw dirt. You didn't expose them. You simply lived. You healed. You mind your business your way into a victory that nobody can erase. And that's what's haunting them. The idea that you never had to fight dirty to win. People are talking now, chosen one, and it's wild. They're repeating your name like you're somebody important. They're defending you in rooms you've never walked into. They're shutting down rumors before you even hear them. Your story is circulating like you're a walking headline, and the verdict is embarrassingly clear. You're innocent. They're not. Your ex is panicking because they thought they controlled the narrative. They thought once they left, the world would side with them. Instead, the world is asking all the real questions. Why did they try so hard to destroy someone who wasn't even fighting back? Why did they exaggerate so much? Why were they obsessed with controlling the story? Who goes to these lengths unless they're hiding something darker? This is where the shift happens. This is where the universe hands out consequences like overdue bills. Every lie they told is now returning to sender. Every trick they played is circling back to their doorstep. Every person they manipulated is starting to see the truth, like fog lifting from the windshield. You ever notice how people look different after the truth comes out? Not physically, energetically. There's a glow around someone who survived something ugly without turning ugly themselves. There's a calmness, a strength, a quiet confidence that says, you cannot break what the universe designed to stand. Think back to the times they tried to corner you, chosen one. That night, they twisted your words until you didn't even recognize your own voice. That argument where they attacked your character instead of dealing with their own. That moment when you walked away feeling like maybe you were the bad guy. Remember those? Those moments were not losses, they were receipts, and those receipts are now being reviewed. Let me tell you a quick story because it's exactly the energy you're carrying right now. Years ago, someone just like you got blamed for everything in a breakup. Same game, same lies, same smear campaign. People doubted them, whispered, judged, but that person stayed quiet and kept moving, and months later, everything flipped because the ex who tried to ruin them messed up so publicly that the whole town saw the truth. And you know what people said? Damn, you were innocent the whole time. That sentence healed wounds they thought would never close. And it's happening for you right now. Your ex didn't just lose you. They lost the illusion that they were the righteous one. They lost the spotlight they tried to steal. They lost the control they thought they had. And now people see them clearly for the first time. That's why they're unraveling. That's why they're furious. That's why they're obsessed. The spotlight meant to expose you is now exposing them. And what's being revealed is not pretty. It's petty. It's insecure. It's messy. And it's going to haunt them for a long, long time. Chosen one, breathe. You're not in the fight anymore. You're in the aftermath. You won without swinging. You rose without begging. You healed without apologizing. And the universe is making sure everyone sees exactly who was who. Your ex is losing their mind. You're gaining your power. People are talking like you're famous. And deep down, you already know why. Because the truth didn't just save you, it crowned you. Chosen one. Before we go any further, let me lock you in for a second. What's coming next is the part your ex never wanted you to hear, the part that explains why they're spiraling while your name keeps spreading like you're suddenly famous. So drop a comment with 999 if you're ready to step into this new version of yourself, the version that scares them to death. And if you want to support the team that brings these truth bombs to life, hit the super thanks button. Every bit of love you send keeps this mission running because exposing lies and empowering you takes real work behind the scenes. Whether it's a cent or a stack, it fuels the voice that refuses to let your story be twisted again. And now, chosen one, settle in. We're about to break this down step by step. And trust me, if you're really built for this, you'll feel that pull to stay until the final word. What comes next is the part that hits your ex right where it hurts and lifts you right where you belong. Let's get started. Number 1. When losing you turned them into a full-time stalker. Funny how the one who called you replaceable is now treating your existence like a homework assignment they can't finish. Chosen one. Let's rip the mask off right now. Your ex isn't hurt, confused, or just processing. Please, this isn't heartbreak, this is obsession, the kind that rots the mind, steals sleep, and turns a grown adult into a walking glitch. They tried to play it cool, but every part of their behavior screams one thing: losing you triggered something they can't switch off. And here's the part that really burns them. You didn't collapse like they hoped. You rose, you glowed, you stabilized. And that rise is the exact reason they're sinking. See, this isn't about love anymore. This is about control. They thought walking away would put you on the floor. They thought silence would break you. They thought watching you lose direction would feed their ego for years. But instead, you rebuilt. You stayed quiet. You stayed focused. You stayed solid. And that stability is the very thing destroying them from the inside. Because now their biggest nightmare is unfolding in real time. You're becoming someone they can't reach, can't shake, and definitely can't replace. Some of you are probably asking, but why are they watching me this hard if they left? Because chosen one, they didn't leave to be free. They left to win. They expected a collapse, a meltdown, a desperate message that would feed their pride. But when you didn't break, the roles switched. Suddenly they're the one replaying old photos. They're the one stalking your updates. They're the one asking mutual friends for information you never asked for. And now the obsession is getting sloppy. They monitor your life like it's their last lifeline. Every post, every picture, every rumor, every tiny whisper of your name gets their full attention. They scroll like detectives, zoom in like analysts, and overthink like philosophers. Because in their mind, you're suddenly this untouchable figure rising out of the chaos they created. And nothing is more humiliating for them than realizing their villain story didn't stick. Here's the truth they don't want anyone to know. They're terrified of your growth, terrified of your glow, terrified that people might see you clearly and see them clearly too. Their obsession didn't come from love, it came from exposure. The moment you healed, the moment you matured, the moment you stopped reacting, the universe held up a mirror. And in that mirror, they didn't see a victim. They saw the person who caused the damage. They weren't scared of losing you. They were scared of you becoming someone they could never touch again. Your ex wanted to control the narrative. They wanted to leave with dignity and leave you with doubt, but instead, people started asking questions. Why would they go so hard trying to ruin someone who's clearly at peace? Why would they still be talking about you months later? Why are they watching someone they claim to be over? The hypocrisy is embarrassing, and now the world is noticing. Some of you right now feel that tension. Are they really losing their mind over me? Why are they suddenly so pressed? Why do they still care if they ended it? Listen closely. They're not obsessed with you. They're obsessed with the idea that you survived. They're obsessed with the possibility that someone else will value you in ways they never did. They're obsessed with the truth that they cannot rewrite what actually happened. They're obsessed with the thought that people are finally seeing through their lies, and the more you rise, the more desperate they get. Let's talk about the psychological part for a second. When someone with control issues loses access to the person they once manipulated, their brain flips a switch. They start circling you like a predator who lost its territory. They replay the past, not because they miss it, but because they can't stand how it makes them look. They start stalking because watching you is the only way they feel connected to a story that no longer belongs to them. And chosen one, your story is unfolding beautifully. That alone is torture for them. They expected you to be stuck. Instead, you leveled up. You didn't chase, you didn't beg, you didn't crumble, you didn't collapse under their smear campaign. You just quietly became more stable, more confident, more aligned, more respected. This is why they're unraveling. Your peace is their punishment. Your growth is their consequence. Your success is their karma. Every new chapter of yours feels like a reminder of the chapter they ruined. And this is what drives them into obsession. The world is starting to see you as the one who stayed true. The world is starting to see them as the one who broke the story. The world is starting to see the truth they tried to bury. They tried to make you look crazy, but ended up proving their own insanity. Now let's really hit where it hurts them. They didn't think you would glow without them. They didn't think your name would spread positively. They didn't think people would back you. They didn't think strangers would speak highly of you. They didn't think you would walk through the fire and come out looking untouched. They expected to win, chosen one. They expected to walk away with the crown. But chosen one, who's wearing it now? Who's being talked about like they're famous? Whose name is floating around in rooms the ex never imagined? Whose energy is rising instead of drowning? Whose story is turning into something inspiring instead of tragic? It's you. It's always been you. Your ex is obsessed because your shine exposes their shadow. Your stability exposes their chaos. Your truth exposes their lies. And nothing drives a narcissistic, ego-driven person crazier than the idea that the universe sided with the one they tried to destroy. This obsession behind their attack isn't romantic. It's not cute. It's not flattering. It's pathetic. They wanted to ruin you because you slipping through their fingers made them feel small, because your growth makes them feel irrelevant, because your healing makes them feel guilty in ways they won't admit. Chosen one, this entire meltdown they're having, it's not about the breakup, it's not about the past, it's about power. And the most terrifying reality for them is this: you took your power back without even trying. So let the obsession continue. Let them watch. Let them spiral. Let them whisper your name like you're a headline they can't escape. Because every second they spend trying to tear you down is another second they're forced to watch you rise. And the rise, you're just getting started. Number 2. When their lies turned into a movie and they cast you as the villain. Wild how they had to invent a villain because the real story made them look guilty. A lie needs constant maintenance. The truth walks on its own. They didn't expose you, they exposed how far they'll go when their ego gets hurt. When someone can't beat your character, they attack your reputation. Chosen one, buckle in, because this is the part your ex hoped would never get analyzed. This is where their entire fake story collapses under its own weight. They didn't just talk badly about you. They built a whole cinematic universe of lies and somehow convinced themselves it looked believable. They tried to turn your life into a scandal they could narrate. They created rumors with the confidence of someone submitting homework they copied from a stranger. And now that the truth is crawling back into the room, their whole script is falling apart. See, they weren't satisfied with simply leaving. They needed to rewrite the breakup so they looked heroic and you looked destructive. They needed a narrative that protected their ego. Because admitting they lost someone valuable, admitting they sabotaged something good, admitting they were the one who broke everything, that would have crushed them. So they did what insecure people always do. They built a character out of thin air and slapped your name on it. Imagine this, someone losing a chess match, flipping the board and screaming that you cheated. That's exactly the energy here. They lost control of you, so they tried to control the story about you. Here's what they did step by step, even if they'll never admit it out loud. They whispered lies. They performed innocence. They exaggerated minor issues into patterns. They misquoted you to make you sound unstable. They twisted your kindness into manipulation. They twisted your silence into proof. They turned your boundaries into attitude, and the whole time they prayed nobody would question the source. Imagine someone trying to paint you red with a brush that has no paint on it. Dry, empty strokes, hoping people wouldn't look closely. That's how weak their narrative actually was. But let's go deeper. Let's talk about the specific rumors they used. Chosen One started fights. Really? The same you who avoided unnecessary drama like it was toxic waste, the same you who walked away instead of exploding. They had to invent scenes because reality didn't give them any. Chosen One touches substances. Because what? Because you're chill. Because you've had a few quiet nights to yourself. Because they needed something spicy to keep people entertained. Please. People who spread stories like that are always trying to hide their own habits. Projection is a loud sport, and they play it like Olympians. Chosen One is a fraud. If you were a fraud, they wouldn't be obsessed. Hate doesn't fixate. Insecurity does. Only someone who fears your authenticity would try to label you fake. If you were truly the problem, they would have forgotten you. But look who still hasn't moved on. Chosen One is malicious. Malicious? You? Meanwhile, they're the one coordinating rumors like a marketing team gone rogue. They tried to frame you as the snake while they slithered through everyone's DMs, planting seeds. You can't catch someone doing something that doesn't live in their character. The trap reveals the hunter, not the hunted. And speaking of traps, let's talk about the loyalty tests, the setups, the bait. Imagine this, someone leaves cheese on a mousetrap and gets confused when the cat walks past it untouched. That's what happened every time they tried to test you. They wanted you to slip. They wanted screenshots. They wanted proof. They wanted anything that could justify the lies they told behind your back. But you never took the bait, not once, because your integrity isn't an act. It's who you are. Some of you right now are wondering, why would they go this far? Why lie so boldly? Why build a story that makes no sense? Because Chosen One, they were desperate for control. Your silence threatened them. Your maturity embarrassed them. Your strength exposed them. Your growth humiliated them. People who lose a good thing always try to flip the narrative. It's survival for their ego. They needed you to look bad, so they didn't have to admit they messed up. They needed a villain, so they didn't have to admit their own flaws. They needed a story, so they didn't have to admit the truth. Imagine this, someone tripping over their own feet, then pointing at you like you pushed them. That's exactly what this false narrative was. Here's the psychological breakdown they don't want anyone to hear. When someone loses a person who held them accountable, they feel exposed. When someone loses a person who saw through their patterns, they feel threatened. When someone loses a person they thought they would always have control over, they panic. And that panic turns into stories, rumors, traps, and smear campaigns. Liars don't fear the truth. They fear the truth finally having an audience. And guess what? The audience is waking up. People are starting to connect the dots. Why would someone who's harmless be described as toxic? Why would someone so peaceful be labeled chaotic? Why would someone who moved on quietly still be the main character in their ex's stories? Because the narrative was never about who you were. It was about who they needed you to be and the danger for them now. The truth is getting louder. Your growth is screaming. Your name is clearing itself without you having to lift a finger. Imagine this. A fog machine blasting like crazy during a performance, but the fog starts drifting the wrong direction, revealing the wires and props they tried to hide. Your ex is that performer. Their lies were the fog. And the universe just flipped the fan. Chosen one, the more you rise, the more obvious their lies look. The cleaner your energy becomes, the dirtier their actions appear. Every rumor they started now feels flimsy. Every story they pushed now feels exaggerated. Every lie they planted now looks like a confession of their own flaws. Here's a truth they hate with their whole soul. If their narrative was real, it wouldn't require maintenance. If their narrative was true, they wouldn't need to repeat it. If their narrative was solid, they wouldn't be this obsessed with making people believe it. Rumors don't grow because they're true. Rumors grow because someone keeps watering them. But now, people have stopped sipping the poison. People have stopped believing the hype. People have started asking real questions. And the number one question is this: if you were the monster, why is your ex the one acting like a runaway villain? Chosen one, their false narrative didn't fail because you fought it. It failed because your character is too strong, your actions too consistent, your energy too clean, your truth too undeniable. They expected you to fold. You stood firm. They expected to ruin you. You rebuilt quietly. They expected people to turn against you. People are now turning toward you. The narrative they built wasn't just false, it was flimsy, and watching it collapse is driving them mad. Let them panic, let them scramble, let them try to rewrite the story again and again. Because every time they speak your name, the universe makes the truth glow a little brighter, and every lie they told, it's starting to sound like a confession. Chosen one, you were never the villain. You were the mirror they couldn't look into. And that's why they tried so hard to break the glass. Number 3, when their master plan exploded in their own face. A liar's worst nightmare isn't the truth. It's the day nobody buys their story anymore. Chosen one, this is the point where their whole operation falls apart like a cheap prop under bright lights. They didn't just gossip. They launched a full campaign. They poured time, energy, and even money into trying to turn the world against you. They rehearsed their lies so many times they started believing them. But belief doesn't make fiction real, and reality just slapped them awake. Communities that once nodded politely are now giving them side-eye. People who once listened are now connecting dots they ignored before. Their victim act is glitching and their audience is shrinking by the hour. Because here's the secret they never prepared for. Lies age like milk. Truth ages like stone. And your truth just outlived every rumor they planted. Imagine this. Someone throwing a boomerang with full force, then panicking when it comes back faster than they threw it. That's what's happening now. Every rumor they spread is circling back and landing on them. Every accusation is starting to look like a confession. Every trap they set is snapping shut on their own fingers. Some of you are asking, how did the story flip so fast? Why is everyone doubting them now? Why is everything going wrong for them all at once? Because chosen one, this isn't revenge. You didn't lift a finger. This is the universe balancing the scale. This is consequences wearing no disguise. This is what happens when someone tries to destroy what they never understood. What they meant for your downfall became the blueprint of their own. Their plan didn't collapse. It returned to sender, and now the only person drowning in their lies. is the one who told them. Number 4. When the receipts started screaming the truth. Funny how the evidence they prayed would damn you ended up dragging them instead. Chosen one, this is the moment their whole fantasy world collides with real-world receipts. People finally started looking past the noise, past the rumors, past the drama, and straight into the facts. And what did they find? Not the monster your ex tried to paint, not the chaos character they scripted. They found you, the real you, and that alone was enough to shatter every lie your ex rehearsed. They found screenshots where you stayed calm while they spiraled. They found messages where you set boundaries with grace instead of rage. They found clips, posts, and stories where you chose peace over drama, kindness over ego, self-control over destruction. They found testimonies from people you uplifted without needing applause. Imagine this: detectives walking into a crime scene expecting trouble, and instead they find flowers, clean floors, and a scent of lavender. Nothing adds up. Nothing supports the accusation. That's exactly how the truth about you hit them. Some of you are wondering, why is everyone suddenly defending me? Why are people switching sides? How did the evidence flip everything so fast? Because the real you has always been undeniable. Your stability, your sobriety, your compassion, it's all documented in the background of your life. And when people started comparing your character to your ex's claims, the lies didn't just fall apart, they disintegrated. You can't argue with receipts, you can't out-talk proof, and you can't bury a truth that keeps resurfacing. The universe laid everything out like a gallery: your kindness versus their narrative, your calm versus their chaos, your integrity versus their insecurity. And when people saw the contrast, their accusations collapsed under the weight of your reality. Chosen one, your truth didn't just survive the fire, it exposed who actually lit the match. Number 5. When the investigators flipped sides and started protecting you. When objective people start defending you, that's when the villain knows their script is dead. Chosen one, this is where the story gets almost poetic. The same people your ex hoped would expose you are now defending you. Investigators, moderators, analysts, community leaders, people who were supposed to stay neutral, are suddenly stepping in because what they're seeing isn't relationship drama. It's a targeted attack on someone who didn't fight back. Imagine this. Someone hires a detective to expose you, but halfway through the case, the detective starts saying, "Hold on, you're going after the wrong person." That's exactly the energy right now. The investigators aren't just reviewing things, they're becoming personally invested because the pattern is too clear. Your ex didn't want truth, they wanted a takedown, and everyone with a working brain can see it. They're noticing the harassment, they're noticing the coordinated lies, they're noticing the obsessive monitoring, they're noticing the smear tactics that follow the same pattern as online stalkers and abusers. Some of you might be wondering, why would investigators care? Why would strangers defend me? Why does it feel like the universe is pushing people toward the truth? Because when people who specialize in facts step in, it's never random. They see intention, they see manipulation, they see obsession disguised as righteousness. Good people don't need to fake evidence. Only guilty ones do. Documentation is piling up. Screenshots, timestamps, inconsistencies, contradictions, things your ex hoped nobody would examine. Investigators are quietly building files that could be used in court, not against you, but against the one who tried to destroy you. That's the twist your ex never prepared for. Imagine this: someone throws you to the wolves, but the wolves walk past you and start circling them. That's exactly what's happening. Chosen one, you didn't ask for protection. You didn't beg for defense. But the truth is so loud, people who barely know you are stepping in because they can't watch injustice unfold. They see who the real threat is, and spoiler, it's not you. Number 6. When their real life crashed harder than their lies. The loudest person dragging your name is usually the one whose own life is burning behind them. Chosen one, this part hits almost too perfectly. While they were busy trying to destroy your image, their actual life was collapsing like a tower made of wet paper. They weren't leveling up. They weren't healing. They weren't working on themselves. They were spiraling, quietly, secretly, pathetically. And now the cracks are so wide, the whole world can see through them. Your ex is in full freefall mode. They're pretending they have a job when they don't. Parking lots have become their fake office. They sit there during work hours, posting selfies from the driver's seat so nobody notices the truth. They're unemployed, unstable, and lying through their teeth. While you were rebuilding, they were rehearsing excuses. While you were rising, they were sinking. Imagine this: someone tries to drown you while standing in a sinking boat. That's exactly their life right now. Financially, it's a disaster zone, bad credit, unpaid bills, debt collectors calling like it's a subscription service. Borrowed money they can't return. Every action screaming instability. Yet somehow, instead of fixing the mess they live in, their top priority is still you. Some of you might wonder, why are they focused on me when their life is a wreck? Why not fix their problems? Why am I still in their head? Because chosen one attacking you is their coping mechanism. It distracts them from their failures. It numbs their guilt. It feeds their ego just enough to avoid reality. They think if they ruin you, they won't have to face themselves. People who have nothing left often try to take down the one who has everything to gain. Your ex didn't just lose control, they lost direction. Their real life is falling apart in every category, and instead of rebuilding, they're obsessing over you, the one person who already escaped the chaos. Section 7. While you fixed your soul, they tried to drown their guilt. You healed the wound. They poured alcohol on it and called it coping. Chosen one, this is where the contrast becomes brutal. While you were rebuilding your mind, stitching up your heart, and choosing real growth, your ex went the opposite direction. They didn't sit with their emotions. They didn't face their choices. They didn't do the work. They grabbed the quickest escape hatch they could find and jumped straight into numbness. And let's be clear, this isn't social drinking. This is emotional anesthesia. They're drinking to forget, drinking to silence the guilt, drinking so they don't have to sit alone with the truth that keeps haunting them. They don't want to feel, because feeling would force them to admit what they lost. Imagine this: two people fall into a hole. One climbs out slowly, with scrapes and sweat, learning every step. The other curls up in the dark and cracks open a bottle, hoping the walls disappear. That's the difference between you and them. They're stuck in an unhappy situation, maybe even a relationship they regret, but the real prison is inside their mind. Everything they touch, everything they try, everything they chase, it's all compared to the memory of you. And that comparison crushes them, because no matter how much they try to distract themselves, nothing hits the same. No conversation feels as real, no connection feels as safe, no moment feels as honest. Some of you are probably thinking, Why am I still in their head? Why can't they move on if they chose this path? Why am I their escape instead of their reality? Because, chosen one, you were the last version of themselves they didn't destroy. You represented peace, stability, sanity, and growth, things they never learned to maintain. Losing you exposed every flaw they've been avoiding for years. When someone can't heal, they don't forget the person who tried to teach them how. Meanwhile, you've been doing the hard work, sitting with the pain, breaking old patterns, facing your triggers, choosing boundaries, choosing peace, choosing maturity. Your glow didn't come from luck. It came from discipline. It came from honesty with yourself. It came from nights you cried and still chose to try again. It came from the internal work they refused to do. You're becoming stronger, calmer, wiser. They're becoming numb, foggy, and lost. The universe saw the difference, and it's showing the world exactly who's growing and who's drowning. Section 8. When your glow starts blinding the same people who doubted you. Nothing hurts an ex more than watching the person they broke become the person they always wished they could be. Chosen one, this is the part of the story your ex truly cannot handle. Your transformation isn't subtle anymore. It's visible, loud without speaking, heavy without trying. Your energy has shifted so dramatically that people feel it before they even understand it. You walk into a room and the atmosphere adjusts. You talk differently. You move differently. You stand differently. It's not confidence you're faking. It's confidence you earned. Imagine this, a butterfly flying over the same garden where it once crawled. The caterpillars stare, confused, offended, jealous. They swear you changed, but really you just became what you were meant to be. That's you right now. And your ex. They're stuck on the ground, watching the sky like it betrayed them. Your glow is magnetic. People are drawn to you without knowing why. Strangers want to talk to you. Friends want to be around you more. Even people who once ignored you suddenly see something in you they can't explain. It's growth, chosen one. Pure, undeniable growth that radiates out of everything you do. Some of you might wonder, why does my ex look so bothered? Why does my glow-up affect them this much? What exactly is triggering them? Simple. Your evolution proves they were wrong. Your peace proves they were the chaos. Your rise proves they were the anchor. The universe didn't just heal you, it put a spotlight on your upgrade and sat your ex in the front row. They're watching you level up while they stay trapped in the same cycles, the same habits, the same regrets, and every new version of you is another reminder of everything they ruined, everything they lost, and everything they'll never get back. Chosen one, your transformation is not just visible, it's undeniable, and it's haunting them. Section 9. When their obsession mutates into full-blown madness. When someone loses access to you, their imagination becomes the prison that eats them alive. Chosen one, this is the stage where their obsession stops being embarrassing and starts becoming outright disturbing. They're not curious. They're not checking in, they're spiraling, and every day you level up makes their fixation grow sharper, louder, uglier. They watch your social media like it's their morning medicine, multiple times a day, refreshing, replaying, zooming in, reading captions like crime evidence, studying emojis like hidden codes. And when you block them, cute, they just switch to burner accounts, plural. The kind made at 3 a.m. with usernames that look like fallen Scrabble tiles. Imagine this, someone camping outside a locked palace gate, shaking the bars, staring through the cracks, convinced that if they look hard enough, they'll magically get inside again. That's how desperate they are. They want access to a world they no longer belong to. Their friends and family, exhausted, done, tired of hearing your name like a broken radio. Every conversation circles back to you. Every emotion traces back to you. They're replaying the breakup like a rerun that nobody else wants to watch. Even their own people can see the obsession. And the behavior gets creepier, driving past places they think you might be, scanning parking lots, imagining accidental run-ins, rehearsing conversations in their car that will never happen in real life, practicing apologies they'll never deliver. Some of you are asking, why are they still obsessed? Why can't they move on? Why am I still the center of their world? Because, chosen one, you built a life they can't access, a world they can't enter, a version of you they helped create but no longer get to experience. Nothing torments an ex more than realizing the door they slammed shut is now guarded by your glow. Your peace is gated, your future is fortified, your energy is exclusive, and the more unreachable you become, the more unhinged their obsession grows. They're stuck chasing ghosts. You're busy living a life they'll never touch again. Section 10. When the internet turned the spotlight on them. The truth doesn't need protection, only liars do. Chosen one, this is where the entire thing blows wide open. Your ex thought their smear campaign existed in the shadows, sliding through whispers and private messages. They forgot one tiny detail: the internet never forgets. And now, the investigation has gone from private concern to full-scale digital autopsy. More people are involved, more eyes are watching, more minds are connecting dots your ex hoped would stay scattered. What started as a few curious individuals is now a team of digital bloodhounds sniffing through timelines, screenshots, deleted posts, inconsistencies, recycled scripts, repeated behaviors. They're documenting everything, they're comparing conversation patterns, they're exposing contradictions so loud even your ex can't lie their way out of them. Imagine this, a web of strings pinned across a crime board, and every single line points back to one person, your ex, not you, them. And here's the twist that really burns them. People are realizing your ex has done this before. Same lies, same tactics, same blame shifting, same victim performance. A pattern doesn't lie, even when a person does. There's a full digital trail now. The messages, the fake accounts, the setups, the timestamps that don't match their story, the sudden coincidental accusations, the recycled lines from previous breakups. Some of you are thinking, how did this escalate so fast? Why are so many people getting involved? Why is everything suddenly becoming public? Because, chosen one, people hate injustice. And your ex built a bomb made of lies, forgetting it could explode in public. Your innocence is trending. Their manipulation is being archived. Imagine this, a spotlight meant for your downfall turning 180 degrees and frying the person who set it up. That's what this digital investigation is doing. Every day, more truth leaks out. Every day, more lies collapse. Every day, the internet becomes less forgiving. You didn't expose them. Their own behavior walked out into the light. Chosen one, the online world isn't just watching. It's documenting. And your ex, they're running out of places to hide. Section 11. When the law starts breathing down their neck. You can outrun rumors, but you can't outrun consequences. Chosen one, This is the chapter they never imagined they'd face. They thought their attacks were just drama. They thought smearing your name was a game without rules. They thought harassment lived in some grey area where they'd never be held accountable. But the universe has a funny way of pulling experts into the story exactly when they're needed. Someone with real legal knowledge has been watching, and they're not impressed. They've seen enough to know this isn't petty conflict. This is harassment. This is defamation. This is targeted emotional damage. And now it's officially crossed into territory with consequences, real ones, the kind your ex can't flirt their way out of, the kind they can't lie their way past, the kind that shows up in paperwork, not whispers. Imagine this: someone throws dirt at you for months, thinking it's harmless. Then a lawyer shows up and says, actually, that's illegal. That's the moment your ex is in right now. Their audience, gone, silent, vanished. People who once entertained their stories now turn away. People who once nodded along now say, wait, this doesn't look right. People who once believed them are now questioning everything, because here's what everyone's realizing: your ex wasn't telling a story, they were building a case against themselves. Some of you might wonder, why is everyone suddenly avoiding them? Why are people confronting them now? Why does it feel like the whole world flipped? Because the truth is undeniable, and legal consequences have a way of making people step back and say, I'm not getting dragged into that mess. When the law enters the chat, lies become liabilities. Your ex is being questioned. Your ex is being confronted. Your ex is being avoided like a walking red flag with alarms strapped to it. Reality isn't just catching up, it's grabbing them by the collar. And chosen one, you didn't have to fight. You didn't have to expose them. You didn't have to seek revenge. Their own actions built the case. The law just turned the page. Section 12. When you became the standard and they became the warning. Some people survive the storm, others become the storm. You, chosen one, became the lesson everyone studies. Your rise wasn't an accident, it wasn't luck, it wasn't timing. It was the universe making sure the truth hit the spotlight, while every lie your ex threw at you collapsed like cheap stage props. People aren't whispering your name because of drama anymore. They're speaking it with respect, with admiration, with a kind of awe that only comes from watching someone stand tall through a fire meant to destroy them. You became the example of integrity under pressure. You became the blueprint for resilience when attacked. You became the walking reminder that character still matters. Invitations are showing up. Opportunities are opening, connections are forming. People want you around because your presence feels grounded and powerful, not chaotic and loud. Meanwhile, your ex, they're the cautionary tale, the don't be like this in every conversation. The red flag people use as a reference point. And here's where the energy flipped hard. Everything they sent toward you got transformed. Every attack became armor. Every lie turned into clarity. Every betrayal became another level up in your maturity. You didn't throw dirt back. You didn't match their desperation. You chose healing over harm, and that choice built a shield their chaos could never crack. Investigators, observers, even strangers with influence started aligning with you because truth naturally attracts reinforcement. And just when the dust settles, the universe quietly places someone new in your life. Someone aligned with your future. Someone who sees your worth without needing you to shrink or explain. While you rise, your ex watches everything crumble. Their story failed, their attacks backfired, their mask slipped. The karmic ties are snapping one by one, leaving them alone with the fallout they created. You, You're walking out of this chapter victorious, vindicated, and stronger than they ever imagined you'd become. People talk about you like you're famous, not for drama, but for character. Your ex didn't just lose you, they lost the war. And you rose so high they can't even see you anymore. And chosen one, you made it through the fire and came out shining. Everything they tried to use against you only proved who you really are. Your rise is the final chapter, and their fall is the epilogue they earned. If this message hit home, press that like button if you haven't already. And if you're still not part of our family, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss another truth built for you. Your story isn't ending, it's just starting to get legendary.